Hey guys, just doing a couple of quick repairs on my bike, man. Yeah, I've been getting back into it, getting back on the bike. You know, I thought I'd tell you today about a couple of stories, a couple of things that happened to me on bikes when I was younger. Such a beautiful day today. What a cracker, what a superb day, man. Absolute beauty, not a cloud in the sky. It's just gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So I was thinking, yeah, I should get the bike back out on the road, man, try and trim up a bit, try and get rid of some of that belly that I've been building up over the winter, man, yeah. So anyway, the first story, well, this happened to me like a long time ago. Long time ago. Probably, let me see, it was around 2000, man. So that's what, about 17 years ago, These two incidents happened pretty quickly in a row, So I was living in the inner city, I was studying university, trying to save some dosh, that money that is dosh, trying to save some dosh, riding my bike, but I loved it, because it's quick on the bike, and don't have to worry about parking, and, it's just not a hassle. There's no hassles, no problems riding your bike, except there is, can be a little bit dangerous, and you gotta make sure you're wearing your helmet, yeah, because you never know, it just takes one time. You come off your bike and crack your head, and that could be the end of you, which we don't want. We do not want that at all. It's not worth it at all. So anyway, yeah, the first time I was just going for a ride in the morning. I just thought, be healthy, go for a ride, go to the pool, have a swim, be nice and healthy, and anyway, so I'm just riding along around Balmain, which is an inner city suburb. I was living there with my brother for a little while, and I thought I'd just go for a ride. Anyway, so I wasn't going very fast, just maybe 15 kilometers an hour, maybe 20 max, and maximum, that is again on my name. Yeah, I keep getting that confused. Anyway, so it wasn't going too fast, just nice and slow. Sunday morning, going to the pool. And this guy didn't see me coming, and it was partly my fault. I must say it was partly my fault. But he opened his car door and boom, caught me right in the chest, man. Caught me right in the chest, and I came off and I twisted my thumb, and my chest was killing me, man. Every time I breathed in, it was like, wow, that hurts. And you can't help but breathe. And so, man, I had to, ride home all battered and bruised. Sore thumb, sore chest, and wow, it mustard, man. That really mustard. That really hurt. So, anyway, so I thought, well, I'm not gonna ride too close to cars in future. I'll just stay a little bit away, a couple of meters out, or, if you're going down a big hill, I just go in the middle of the road. I don't wanna be hit by another, door. That's pretty tragic. So anyway, another time, a couple of months later, I was riding down a big hill in Marrickville, which is also another inner western suburb of Sydney. And going down this big hill, flying, man. I was flying, like doing 40 k's plus. Middle of the road. What else am I going to do? I was, trying not to keep up the traffic. I was going pretty fast. Didn't want to get hit by another door. Anyway, riding along. Next thing, I heard this noise, this commotion behind me. Like beep, 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 and people yelling. I'm like, what's going on there, man? What's going on there? And I look behind me, and there's this big old ute, and there's a couple of guys in there. They were just going off, man. They were just like, get off the road, man. Get out of the way, man. And I'm like, wow, these guys are pretty, they're pretty loose cannons. They're pretty crazy, these dudes. So I just kept going. Like, what can I do? I just kept going. The next thing, these guys are like right next to me, They kept driving and pulled up right next to me in the road, and I had a brain snap. I'm a pacifist, man, I don't believe in violence. I'm a lover, not a fighter, man, you know what I mean? I'm not into violence, man, Anyway, but I had a brain snap, and I spat at these dudes, man. I'm like, and then all of a sudden, as soon as I did it, I was like, what were you thinking, man? What were you thinking? These guys are gonna kill you. And of course, I didn't hit them with the spit. It just went boop and flew back. Nearly hit myself. Anyway, wow. Now I'm thinking I'm in all sorts of trouble here, man. I'm in all sorts of trouble here. Like, whew, this is going to be a bit of an experience, this one. And it was, man, because these dudes, they pulled over, which means they parked the car, right? Really quickly. They parked the car, and they were running on foot, two of them, trying to grab me. And I'm packing it. I'm freaking out. I'm thinking, these guys, they catch me. They're going to bash me, and I could do without that, I'm not a fighter, man. I'm not a fighter. Anyway, they're trying to catch me on the road, running after me, and lucky, man, I just got some adrenaline from someone, man. I just got out of there as fast as I can. I had pretty good bike skills in those days. I was pretty quick, and I just hightailed it, man. I just hightailed it, and I didn't see them again, man. I got away. But wow, you got to watch yourself. You don't try not to have a brain snap, get you in a lot of trouble. Anyway, that's it, man. That's the story of my bike riding. I've got other stories, but just leave it at that. Have an awesome night. Take care. I'll see you next time. All right. Have a good one. Take care. Bye.